Hi, and welcome to this Tracpartz tutorial. In this video, we will show you how to replace a water pump on small Iseki tractors. These are the tools and parts you need to get the job done. A dip tray, a wrench, a water pump plier, a tube of liquid gasket, a rattle tool, an impact wrench, a gasket, and of course, the new water pump. Looking for the right parts for your tractor? We have more than 14,000 parts in stock and worldwide shipping. Please visit Tracpartz.com and find the parts you need. New to this channel? Please subscribe, hit the bell and get notified to new videos. Alright, let's get started. First, remove the side covers from the engine. Take your dip tray and place it under the tractor so that you can drain your coolant into it. Open the coolant drain plug so that the coolant drains out of the radiator. Open the radiator lid to speed up this process and ensure that the radiator drains properly. Next, grab your pipe wrench, pliers, drill and wrench. In order to get to the water pump, quite a lot has to be removed. First, loosen the bolts of the engine cover so that you can remove it. Now loosen the bolts of the air filter housing. Side note, this can be different per tractor, so take a good look at what is necessary and how it looks like on your tractor. Then remove the housing. Now loosen the hose clamps from the cooling water hoses and pull them off the radiator. There still might be some coolant in the hoses, so use your dip tray if needed. Loosen the bolts which are holding the radiator to the wind tunnel. Then remove the radiator and also remove the wind tunnel. Next up, removing the V-string. The V-string is wound on and off with the adjusting support of the alternator. Loosen the bulb of the alternator where it sits on kind of a slat that looks like a half-shaped moon. Push the alternator slightly forward on the carriage so that the tension of the V-string is released. Then remove the V-string. As you can see now, there's a little bit of leeway in the fan. This means that the water pump is broken. The next step is to remove the bolts from the van. Once you've removed all the bolts, remove the van from the housing. Then also remove the water pump pulley. At this point, you have arrived at the water pump and it's clearly visible. Well done. Loosen the bolts of the water pump. Then remove it. Remove any residue from the gasket material with sandpaper and wipe off any dust residue with a cloth. Now get your new water pump, the gasket and the liquid gasket. Coat the new water pump with the liquid gasket and spread it evenly over the edges of the water pump. Then stick your new gasket on this. Now also lubricate your gasket with the liquid gasket and spread this evenly over the edges of the gasket purely to ensure that it prevents any leakage. Place the new water pump and gasket back where the old water pump was and retighten the bolts. Replace the van and screw it in with the bolts. As you can see now, the leeway is gone between the van and the water pump. Now take the V-string and put the belt first around the crankshaft and the water pump pulley and finally around the alternator. When you have checked that the V-string is in the right position and not twisted, tension it by moving the alternator forward again. You determine the correct tension for the V-string by pressing it. This should give about 7 to 10 millimeters. When you have determined the correct tension, retighten the bolt on the alternator. Replace the wind tunnel and the radiator and screw them together using the bolts. Slide the coolant hoses back onto the radiator and secure them with the hose clamps. Reassemble the air filter housing on the tractor and any other items depending on the tractor you have. Now close the drain plug again so that you can refill the radiator with coolant. Retighten the radiator cap and place back the engine cover and the side covers. And that's it, you replace the water pump. Need more tips? Watch our other videos and share the knowledge. Thanks for watching this Tracpartz tutorial. Until next time.